All right, let's do this. Everybody's having an incredible day. We are going through pretty good. Doki Doki hockey, or just hockey. I did their work for today, and I think it came out like pretty fantastic. I started working on the next one. We're in really good shape. I'm gonna put that on just to kind of like defog the windows a little bit. Yay, it's fall. Yay, yay. The one thing you'll never see me complain about is hot weather. I do worry about CUDA basically getting warped in the sun, but other than that, okay. Other than that, it's fine. Yeah. We're gonna see if this works. Probably shouldn't bring attention to it. I can probably just get away with hitting pause. It's just I'm not used to it. I am definitely not used to it. But this is the second time I've used it. I think it's actually kind of wild if you really want to know the truth. Yeah, I do have to realize, most people do not share my passion like the orcs. I don't know if I think I've actually talked about one of the main reasons why I was attracted to the orcs in the beginning. Rogue Trader didn't have really many models. They were writing up units that they never had. They were so focused on the Space Marines, and I'm not talking about the actual beginning, which, if you really want to know the truth, is it really starts with the box set. And the Space Marines versus the Orcs. And that box set it had a standee instead of a Def Dread. Well, Def Dread not. And I mean, there were people that basically lost their ever-loving minds over the fact that they could not put the freaking Def Dread in the freaking box. Like, nobody wanted to play with the freaking standee. And that was like right about the time that I came in. So I think the game was being play tested and stuff like that before that. There were probably a bunch of other things going on, but that's when I joined the game. And literally somebody just gave me their orcs. They all had like little horned, they all had little horned helmets and stuff like that. Had basically a knife and a gun, and they were good to go. And I didn't even know what the hell. I knew nothing about them. But when I saw the standee, Def Dread, which I have somewhere, I really do. I didn't lose my mind. I was like, this is the best army in the world. I don't have to build what's on this freaking standee. I can build whatever. It can be any size, anything. It can look any way. It was basically just supposed to be a huge heaping pile of junk. It's where the trash can idea came from. But it was supposed to be a huge heaping pile of junk. And it could look like anything. And that's what I built. It was my first Kit Bash thing. It was, the most amazing thing in the world. And then orcs got a little more sophisticated. Third parties started entering the realm with the orcs. Other factions got really upset with the fact that, I mean, we were separate, we were special, and we didn't win games. I mean, they designed it so that the orcs would lose. And if the orcs did win, it was like a hoot. I can't tell you how many games. I lost a ton. But I can't tell you how many games that out of the ones that I've won, that my opponent didn't lose their ever-loving mind. I can't tell you. I can't even begin to tell you. I can't even like it's so crazy to me. That almost, especially in the early days, like everybody talks about like the good old days and stuff like that. People were so freaking proud of their armies. They actually took it as a personal attack if they didn't roll perfect. And there was a lot of fucking cheating back then, too. I didn't care. I was just here to have fun. I never got far in tournaments. I never, get into like all the things that I used to enter and things like that. I've gotten worst painted army. I've gotten what do you call it? I gotten sportsmanship. There's like somehow, some way, they actually made a special orc award for kit bashing, and even some other people tried to they couldn't field their kit bashed figures, but some people entered with non-orc things, and I would. Everybody's like going, it's got to be orc. No, it's got to be whatever. Preferably orc, but it doesn't have to be orc. It could be whatever. I speak about the good back in the good old days. There was times where it wasn't all that great. The codexes now are so much better than they were in the beginning. Nobody has house rules anymore. Those things are like an amazing difference. There's a hell of a lot more orc figures. In fact, I have like the evolution. Go through my army, you can go through the originals all the way up to this, to some third parties, lots of kit bashing. I always said if it's not kit bashed, it's not orc. But yeah. And don't get me wrong, I miss playing. I miss the other orc players I used to know. I miss, and I think a lot of them are gone. Like they don't even, if they are still alive, they're not even gamers anymore. I mean, orcs really exerted a pretty heavy price in the end on players. And most people, when they played orcs, they wanted to play them like Space Marines. Tactical, everything is fluff. I think that was one of the things that really, really upset me about 8 and into 9. I think the 8 Codex is really well done. It was well enough done that when I watched another YouTuber talk about what's upcoming and it was October, what's upcoming and stuff like that, and I was like going, all right, you gotta change my mind, because 6 and 7 were just so awful that it was unplayable. To where my weapons could not hurt enemy units. That's how bad 6 and 7 were. Doesn't matter how many dice you have. Doesn't matter how many hits you get. Nullified. And as soon as I was told that, and I didn't even know how true it was, I was like, I'm out. Sixes should always hit, and ones should always. And if the defender rolls a 1, it should always do damage. Maybe not a lot of damage, but it should always do damage. 1 is a failure. There should never be something where you need a 7 to hit. Never. I don't know why they thought that was a thing that they should have in 6 and 7. But nobody should have to be able to roll a 7 or a 12 or whatever. It should always be 6 is hit and 1s are critical failures. So if I roll 50 dice, all the 6s hit. Whether they do damage, I can't tell you. The person could have an ultimate save, but if they roll a 1, it does damage. It could take out a shield. It could they could have 3 blips on their freaking thing that they need to have three major hits and stuff like that. Whatever the fuck they were doing at the time. But yeah, just so you know, that's why I stopped playing. And I don't even know what 7 was like. Only thing I know about 7 was it was worse. I never played 7. I don't know what edition 7 is. I don't even know if there is an edition 7. All I know is I didn't come back until 8. I left with the introduction of 6 and didn't come back until 8. And even people were like going, you're going to sell your army. Your army's worth a lot. And I'm like going, fuck no, I'm not selling my army. I love my works. I will always love my works. I will always love the orcs. Even when Games Workshop tries to take out the kit bashing, even when they make models for everything, so now everybody has the same thing, and none of the armies look different. Yeah, maybe we're painted different colors, and then like the bad moons and the evil suns, and all those things that they have going on. Even the freebooters, and I can't help it. They call them freebooters, and it's freebooter. I don't know why they can't say it like that. The freebooters. But yeah, it's something to behold. Those factions. It's like did somebody just going, oh, everybody makes their own little thing. We're gonna give each one their own color. Evil Suns are going to be red, and Blood Axes are going to be blue, and Bad Moons are going to be yellow, because the moon is yellow. And it's like, let's not follow that. Red goes faster, blue is lucky. You get rolls for those things. Paint your vehicles red. Paint your armies blue. And paint your equipment yellow. What can I say? Don't need it. You can be your own faction. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why all those maybe somebody was playing them and they created them. I wasn't a part of that when they created the factions. It's like the Space Marines had salamanders or space wolves. They're like, oh yeah, we should have that for the freaking orcs. No. Sluggoth riders, we can have those things. Boar riders, we can have those things too. I think it's supposed to be squiggoths. I don't know where the sluggoth thing came from. Grots riding squids. I think that would be great to have. I know that's a Age of Sigmar thing, but I think we could have that. It's like oh my god, I forgot the name of the freaking vehicle. The jump thing. Basically kind of like it is a time machine, and I did the DeLorean. I kept bashed the DeLorean. Even though it really doesn't time travel, it teleports, but we're not gonna get but Yeah, I did the DeLorean. Oh, what's that thing called? Something jump. I'll have to look it up. It's been a long time. Oh yeah, the Speed Freaks box set, awesome. These things like are great to have. I don't know. I was like, there was a time when like you could have tiles, and I was like all in. I was like, tiles are great. You can change them, and then all of a sudden you realize like, you really can't. I mean, yeah, you could probably move a couple of things around, but. Like for Speed Freaks, you're making a circle. There's only one real way to make the circle. Otherwise, it looks kind of clunky. They did not make it universal. It is what it is. See, I can complain about Works, and I love Works. I mean, I have no love for Games Workshop. Never have. Never will. I don't think I'm gonna all of a sudden start singing the fucking praises of Games Workshop. I have one foot out the door as it is. I don't know what it would take this time to bring me back, but 8th edition was good. Lot of flaws in it, lot of freaking things. But they did give the orc the attention that they said they were going to, and I'm surprised they kept their promise. That rattling a cup. I'm still to this day. I'm still extremely surprised that they kept their promise to me. to me personally, they promised me personally. No. To the players and the community and stuff like that. And people who play Space Marines, they have no idea what I'm talking about, because Games Workshop kept all their promises to you guys. Yeah. But if you're an orc player, you know. You know what that's all about. Cool beans, comments below. Doesn't have to be cool beans, could be whatever you want. Yeah. Um, Thank you for watching. I, I don't know if I say it enough. I know I say it a lot, but I don't know if I say it enough. It definitely still means the world to me that people are watching, listening to me ramble. I it's kind of funny because like I always wonder like is is it clear? Is it good audio? The video, you got Cuda here and everything like that, and um, it is what it is, but you don't really need the video. So it's like, is it good audio? And like, you guys have like put up with my muffler falling off, and you know, all sorts of outside noises. I've had people tell me like going, you could filter all that shit out, and I was like and I'm like going, yeah, I could do that, but I'm not. Um, and the fact that there's people that still listen and still love it and still give high praise. I mean, I I I hope it's not for my benefit and they actually mean it. I'm going to take what they say at face value. But yeah, you guys are everything. You know, I was going to. It's like I was saying the with Necrovirus. Then you know, he watches. I don't know how often he watches these, but he watches, and um, I was there was a lead up. I was already talking about like not doing as many. It doesn't really this and we're going to um, right when I was about to, or right before I started the work that was like so close that it wasn't even worth it to even like turn. Literally, I would turn the video on. I'd say hi, and then freaking I was turning it off because the job was only like 2 minutes away, not even a mile. Um, but yeah, you guys, you've been with me through the whole thing. And if you have it, you can always go back and suffer through it. Suffer the fools. Um, but yeah, I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're having a fantastic time doing it. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. All right, take care.